All right, this is the third outtake on Chainsaw Diaries number 16. I did some walking, and I don't think I was groomed well enough. I did some. I did a little bit last night. Oh heck, it's the fourth outtake. It's the fourth outtake of 16. Holy Moses! So Chainsaw Diaries is a discussion about me potentially building a business, investigating, doing things towards putting things in the right places, and I'm trying to bring the best chainsaws that are cloned chainsaws to the United States. So there's all kinds of complications with that. And it's taken me about 3 to 5 years of investigating. I'd have to figure out which year I actually started. I guess you could look at my OGenus videos. That's actually when I started. So however long ago that was for those original OGenus videos. And I have finally found really damn good chainsaws that hold up, as a commenter says, the test of time. So the test of time is the best indication on whether or not it's a good chainsaw. And I've got 2 years into these chainsaws. And this Chainsaw Diary is going to be a little bit about 395s, a little bit about 5800, good news on 5800s. It's going to be a little bit about Adam, who contacted me again. That's a Chinese guy. Contacted me again on WhatsApp. It's going to be a little bit about John in Northern Ireland and the chainsaw giveaway. So let's get into it. So 395 XPs, I can't really compete too well on the price on those, but I tell everybody, if you double up, do a double pack, or you want a full wraparound bar with a double pack, I'll probably have a real competitive price for you. I can guarantee chainsaws. My prices aren't double. They're not even double another clone, really, if you consider multi-pack shipments and shipping direct and chains and bar deals. They're not even double. So I really say they're about half. They're about half of what it would cost you for a professional grade saw if you're just buying one from me and having me ship it in the United States. If you have it shipped direct and you get multiples, I mean, holy smokes, the deal is incredible, really, if you ask me. Probably if you ask anybody. But the 395s, I'm really working on 395s significantly. I need to start using them myself to try to see what they're all about. The 395 XP from Farmertech's got a lot of reviews on YouTube for 6-8 months a year or whatever, and they're doing great. They're doing fantastic. I got to get my hands on a Neotech and test those out, and I'm trying to work on a deal to have some made for me as well, because I finally think I've got some things in the works to maybe bring some really good ones, and I'm working on some other projects as well. I got approached again from Adam. So Adam was a guy, I got some chainsaws from him. They were 5800s. They're on the channel. They're the CMA or whatever. They were really kind of funky with the plastic. They had a round handle, and so they were overly engineered on their plastic and really different. So I was kind of concerned that they didn't really meet the exact match of the 5800 style. I think they were tweaked too much. So I kind of got shied off a little bit from them because of that. And they also had a different filter that I wasn't used to, which was kind of square and paper. And I kind of thought it was not the standard filter, but it seems like it might be the standard filter for a paper filter, which exists. But it's the first and only one I saw. So I paid $475 for that pair of saws, and I sold it for $75 and $110, which is a total of $185 for a loss of nearly $200 of a loss, $190 loss. So that's actually happened a lot in this game, and now it doesn't have to happen so much anymore because I finally have what I need dialed in to move forward. So I got to work on building a website and getting things established. And let's talk about Adam. So Adam was this guy that I got these chainsaws from. And Adam is his adopted English name. All the Chinese people adopt an English name when they're dealing with English-speaking people. And then they have their own original name. And in this case, I think Adam's original Chinese name means Adam in Chinese, as in Adam and Eve, I think. That's what he told me. So he's extremely devout Christian, but he's not afraid to have his conversations tangent off into some direction that wouldn't necessarily be acceptable in church, so to speak. And nonetheless, I've engaged in the conversations a little bit with them. But all of those folks over there in China think that the coronavirus started at Fort Detrick in the United States, a military base or something like that, and then some U.S. spies brought it over and dropped it off into China. And it's really impossible to talk to them about how it all started in Wuhan and how there's a Wuhan virus laboratory. Now, there's a very small handful of Chinese people that are open-minded enough and intelligent enough to really realize what is going on, but I quit having those conversations a long time ago. But I had one of those conversations with Adam, and it was just kind of pointless and silly. So I ended up, at one point in time when those chainsaws weren't something that I really cared much about, and I wanted the chainsaws from the company that he was involved with, not the ones that he ended up sending me, which was like a friend's company. So I never did get the chainsaws from his company. He's in a new company now. Long story short, he contacted me and he said, you need to check these out. They're in the United States. They got a company in the United States. They're bringing them to the United States on a professional level. They're getting EPA certifications, blah, blah, blah. And you need to talk to them. So I have talked to him. And I'm really, really excited about having talked to a guy named John. There's a lot of Johns in this. John out of Houston ordered a chainsaw from me, a professional tree guy that used to own a Monster Tree Service. He ordered a 660. Hope that's doing well for him. I know it is. I just hadn't heard back again after the first initial fire up of that chainsaw. I'm sure he'll let us know. And this John that I talked to with the 5800s, he is happy that I'm so friendly towards 5800s. And 5800s are Komatsu Zenoa clones, and they are amazing. They smoke an equivalent still that's $700 as far as value, power, ease of start, durability, lightweight. They smoke them, and that's hard to believe, I'm sure. And I'm sure there's a lot of critics out there that would say otherwise. But like the one message said, I made a whole video. David Thorpe. I made a whole video of David's message. That's exactly what I'm talking about. David's a professional in the tree service industry. I'm not professionally paid, but I've got plenty of damn experience running a chainsaw. I certainly don't know anything about porting cylinders, which it doesn't matter. People can poke fun of that all the time. I mean, I know how to use a chainsaw. At least 20 years self-taught using a chainsaw. Sure, 32 to 1, that may be controversial too. Maybe it's best 40 to 1. I don't think you'll ever catch me using 50 to 1. Hell no. I don't think you ever will. Maybe AMSOIL, I don't know, whatever. I'd have to get a degree in chemistry before I felt comfortable of doing 50 to 1. Just me. Such is life. What does it hurt, right? That covers a lot. A whole lot. I can't think of too much more to cover. I'm keeping it positive. I've moved on. I was going to talk a little bit about, some silliness and stuff from some comments related to, I shouldn't have brought up Special E. That's why I got beef with you, and now I'm not going to help you, but I'd never asked for help in the first place. I was going to bring that shit up and kind of go through that because it's really kind of funny, but it turned out it's just fine. I'm just going to move on and just keep it positive. I did a video about FedEx throwing the box of clothes in the street, and I don't know how that's going to come out. I mean, it was an 80-pound box of clothes. I don't have any room for it. I got my own storage going on with my chainsaws, and after 2 or 3 weeks trying to get that ship back and not be able to call the shipper, not reach them on their phone from the package, I dropped it off at FedEx. Said let's figure it out Monday, and they threw it in the street. So I did some videos on that. And Chainsaw Diaries number 16. I'm keeping it short for you. John from Ireland. Never heard back from John from Ireland. He wants to do some. He said he wanted to do some tree planting for the free chainsaw. I said, yeah, let's do it. I hadn't heard back from John. So still waiting on someone to start one of those projects. Everybody plant trees and take care of the environment. It's too damn hot. The coral reefs are dying. 98 degrees. It's the hottest record on recordable history. And right now the sun just started poking through the trees on me. And I'm going to have to move because I am scorching, burning up. Love you. Peace out. Like, subscribe, share. Take care. Thumbs up. Thanks.